Hello and welcome to another episode of UK Woodworker. Today we're going to be making a Mr. and Mrs. wedding gift. Don't know if you can see that. We're going to be cutting it out of 3/4 inch MDF. So we'll get started. Right, we get our Mr. and Mrs. template that I've printed off and we put that down onto the 3/4 inch MDF so you leave space all around it. And what I'm doing is, because the MDF is longer than what I wanted, I'm just going to mark a mark, ready to cut it down. There we go. And then we can cut that down either on the bandsaw or on the chop saw. Now over at the chop saw, and I'm just going to cut that end piece that we've just marked off. Now we've got the piece ready for putting the template on. We're going to use our spray adhesive. I mean, you can use any type of spray adhesive. I'm just using this one that I picked up in the store, and what you do is I spray it onto the wood and then give it a couple of seconds and then stick the template straight onto it. So we'll do that now. When you do this, you want a place where you don't mind the spray going, so on the excess around the wood. So just shake it up a little bit, if you can, and just spray it across. You don't want too much, otherwise it'll be difficult to peel off, but that's about enough. And we stick our template straight on top. That's our template stuck to the piece of wood, ready to go onto the scroll saw. Right, we're over at the scroll saw. This is a variable speed scroll saw that also has the attachment onto it, so that we can do, it's like a Dremel attachment that goes onto it. We're going to move on and do our cutting out on this. I'm using a number 7 blade, and let's get started. All you do is you offer your piece of wood up to the machine. It's difficult to see on there, but you offer it up to the machine and then just follow the lines round, cutting on very slowly to make sure that you don't go off the template, and that's about it. So we'll start here. Right, just push that out now. Put that to one side, and as you can see, we've got the outline. Just take my mask off. We've got the outline, but now we need to cut in these sections here, which we can't get to. So you can either do that on the pillar drill or you can do it with the Dremel. So I'll do it with the Dremel for now, and then we'll get back onto the scroll saw. As you can see, I've just made all the holes in the places where we need to cut out. So under the M there's a space here where it needs cutting out. So we'll go over to our scroll saw. It's not got a quick release like you see on most scroll saws that you can pick up in America. This one you've got to undo with an Allen key, keep hold of the blade, make sure the machine's turned off, and then you undo the screw at the back, push this part down, which once it's untensioned will release this piece. You then unscrew it with the Allen key, push your piece through the blade and then tighten it back up, which is a lot of messing around really, but once you get used to the workings of it, it can be quite quick. So I'll just show you how to do that. We undo the tensioner there, keep pushing down until we feel that release. Now that's light enough. I'll just zoom in so you can see a bit better. Right, so hopefully you can see that a little bit better. Push that down, take the blade off with the holder, unscrew with the Allen key, which is quite tight. Keep hold of the blade while you're doing so. Find the hole on the back, push it through with the template facing forward. Grab hold of the holder again, feed it through so that the blade is in the middle of the two keys. Push the machine down and tighten up with the Allen key. And then all we need to do now is tension the blade. Give it a few turns and we're set to cut that piece out. So I'll now go along and start cutting out the inside pieces. Next time you see it, we'll have all the inside pieces cut out. Right, as you can see now, I've took all the sticky off and I've cut out all the holes, took all the paper off, and we've got our Mr. and Mrs. So next thing is to go over to the wood and measure for the back piece. Right, we're now back at the station, and what I've done, I've cut two pieces of ply. One of these is 1/4 inch and the other piece of ply is 1/2 inch thick. Now what I've done, 1/4 inch one is 11.5 inches long by 5 3/8, and the thicker one is the same width like that. And what we've done is we've cut it just short by putting this piece of wood on top of the bottom piece, lining this one up with the front and bringing that up to the back, and that'll add two gluing surfaces to the piece of wood, and then we've got the space at the back ready to put the candles on, like so. So we'll move on to doing the candles next. Right, what I've done now is I've marked out ready for the candles to go in. What I did was I marked a line at 1 1/4 inches, and I came in 2 inches for these candles, and then what I did was measure the bottom of the candle, the width, and we're looking at about 2 1/8, and then you need to set your protractor to half of that. Like so. Then you put it on the centre. You have to find the centre where the pencil lines up with both of the lines. Once the pencil lines up with both of the lines, you can then turn your circle and draw out your circle. Do exactly the same on the other side, and we're ready to go back to the scroll saw. Cut 2 holes in this piece, not in the bottom piece, because that's going to be the piece that sticks underneath, so that we can rest our candles on the top, and we'll just cut these circles out on the scroll saw. Right, I had to think about before. I did say protractor for one of these, and obviously it's a compass, so that's me messing up. So what we've done now is I've cut them out on the scroll saw, and we've got our back piece there. So when we put that on top, we try out our candles, they nicely fit inside the holes. So our next job is to give everything a good sanding over. I'll just show you a bit closer up, like that. And now we give everything a good sanding over, and we're ready to screw and glue everything together. Right, I've now glued the piece in position, leaving the front lip there ready for the Mr. and Mrs. to go in. So what we need to do now is drill some holes, countersink, and then put some screws in just to make sure that it holds with the glue, but the glue should keep hold of it perfectly. So we'll do that now. Right, I've now drilled our holes in the back with countersinks in. I'm just going to put some screws in, like so. Give that a light sanding over. That's our base piece done. Right, I've applied some glue along the front, and the next job is just to stick this on the glue, push in, push down, leave that to set. Well, we've now finished our project. That's what it'll look like. If we add the candles to it, I won't be lighting these because they are present for someone. As you can see, there's the candles in the back, and when they're lit, they will show through the Mr. and Mrs. It's a side view. So, I hope you enjoyed watching this video for the Mr. and Mrs. wedding gift done on the scroll saw with candles. If you like my video, please like it below or write a comment, and we'll be doing another project very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.